The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 27th, Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, he's going to fire one deep over the... Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson, and he fires one incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Hey. Safety creep. Kill, 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 kill. Shut up.
This This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie third-rounder. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
50's a mic. 50's a mic. Quarter.
Here's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. 4
Here's Jackson to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They go play action to Jackson. Got his man. That's Harry. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Complete to N'Keal Harry. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Freeman. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
Well, they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I'm coming after you. He's checking. Crash. Let's go. Come on. 27. You can't block me. Check right, 27. You're not ready.
Jackson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Hey, check right, 27.
They go play action now. Jackson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyreek Hill, 82 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Ben to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he couldn't get it to check off. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Kill. Turn it up.
He'll have a first down past the 40. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And down to the 16-yard line. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 16-yard line. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Here's Jackson to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Henderson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyree Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will close the gap down to 14. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Running right, this is Freeman. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Smith catches left side. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go, defense. Who we got? Mike 27, Mike up. 27. Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. This is caught. And he's brought down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 15 yards on the play. First down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Come on. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Here I come. Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51.
On 3rd down, Jackson looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
They come out here in the eye. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyreek Hill.
Good
75 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Roethlisberger. He's got Anderson right side. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the 39, Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Roethlisberger. Screenplay, Johnson. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They go play action here on first down. He'll find Harry on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On second down now, it's Freeman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On the ready. 27, 27. Watch the run. They're running it.
From the gun again to Henderson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just...
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Tight end right. 77.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Watch the flag. Mike 50, Mike. Double bump. And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Pull it together.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Roethlisberger out left to Anderson. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Ben on 3rd and long. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Ben to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie from Temple, Rock Ya-Sin. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it, try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. Over the middle to Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Smith catches left side. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And Prater's not going to get this one. Missed it. No good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Just get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to